Today I want to talk about something that always scares everyone, and it's called the imposter syndrome. Okay. I wanted to go over some ways to deal with it better, but before that, what exactly is imposter syndrome? Usually it's a feeling that our art isn't enough, it isn't good. We just wake up and feel that all these days we've been feeling good about our art were actually a lie. The art we made so far is just a cheap copy from someone else's and we're just fakes. These are the usual thoughts that invade our minds. And this doesn't happen just to artists, even though it might be more common to happen to people who work in more creative fields. These kind of feelings and thoughts happen to everyone. And one of the first steps to deal with imposter syndrome is to accept that it's normal. It's not just you, it happens to everyone. Some more than others, but everyone will doubt their skills at some point in their lives. What is important is to know how to move on from it and keep on creating. As an artist, I'm constantly creating, and some days my art just doesn't go as well as I want it to. It's at these times that a thread of doubt starts growing inside me. It's like I might have cheated somehow on my drawings so far. And actually, now that I look at them again, they're not that good. Everything I do is mediocre at best. A tiny little thing might lead into this negative spiral of thoughts. So, do accept that some days are better than others. You're constantly creating and doing new things. It's normal to not like everything we do. We can move on from it or try it out the day after and do something that is more acceptable to us. Now, after realizing that this is normal to happen, comes the next step. Acknowledge it. Don't just ignore that this is happening and wait for it to pass. I sometimes end up just forcing myself to like the things I'm doing, even if I'm not feeling too great about it. I'll ignore these feelings like they will pass as nothing happened. They will eventually be gone, but it helps if I have a hand in it, or at least it will be quicker. If I notice I'm not feeling good about the things I create, then I'll take a break. I'll focus on the hobby I have, or if I still want to draw, I'll draw things inside of my comfort zone or things that make me happy. Now, if drawing just isn't working at all, then I'll consume some art through other means. I'll watch YouTube videos by other artists, I'll watch streams, I'll read a comic book or an art book I have at home, or even watch some series. Watching other people's work inspire me and motivate me into continuing creating, and it always helps me overcoming negative thoughts. Sometimes just taking a break for a day is more than enough, and then I'm ready to start a new day, where I'll be much more productive because I allowed myself to stop for a bit. Now, it's hard to deal with all these feelings by yourself. And for that reason, the third step is to try and talk to someone about it. My partner and I are both creatives, and we always have each other to talk about what's bothering us with our art and help each other. Sometimes I just need a word of incentive. Others he'll advise me on other things I could do instead of dwelling on the negative thoughts. Sharing our worries with someone we trust is always helpful. Sometimes we don't even need for them to say or do anything. They might not even know how to help, but they're here to support you. A lot of times, the person you're talking to doesn't even need to do anything. Talking about our worries and insecurities is enough. It's like a weight that's been lifted. And of course, you can keep these problems private. If you're not comfortable into sharing these things online, you don't need to. Nowadays, people are starting to accept that mental health is important and shouldn't be a taboo, and so we see more and more people being transparent about their issues on the internet. And I think this is very important because now we don't feel so alone about our problems. Chances are that someone out there is going through the same, and it can be helpful for us, at least we feel that we're not alone. So, if you have someone, talk to someone you trust. It might be someone you live with, a friend, family, or even online friends. The important thing is that you feel comfortable talking with them and that they support and listen to you. Alright, step 4. Take a break. I've mentioned it before, But yes, sometimes stopping for a bit and doing something else for a day is enough. Even if it's work related, try to find at least an hour to do something else, even if it's just to rest. Chances are you're tired and burning out, and it's a sign you need rest. Most of the times when I feel the imposter syndrome creeping on me, it's when I'm overworking myself. There's just too much to handle and I do everything in a rush and end up feeling like I've been a fake this whole time. When I realize this, I try to take a day off, to just do anything I want. And I notice that the day after is much more productive and I feel more energetic to do my work. So, go for a walk, play a video game, or read something. Just try to have some time doing something you enjoy other than drawing. If when you go back to the thing you were working and still doesn't feel right, then restart it if you need to. I find that when I'm just forcing my drawings out of frustration, they'll never end up as I like them. So I prefer to scrap them and start all over with a different mindset. Sometimes all we need is a reset. Alright, time for the fifth and last step of today's video. Never, ever, ever accept what imposter syndrome is telling you. It's very easy to fall into this trap, but don't do it. It's not true. You've improved and your art is good. You want proof of this? Go look back to your older art. Open up your old sketchbooks and look at its contents. Are those drawings the same as the ones from now? I'm sure they aren't. Look at your progress if you're having any doubts of it. I constantly forget how my art used to look, and sometimes I stumble into old sketchbooks and I amaze myself at how much I changed and improved. It's very easy to forget about this improvement because we don't notice as much as the people that are looking at our art, but it is there. I can assure you it's there. And even if you're just starting to draw now and think you're not good yet, don't dwell on it. We all suck at art when starting. No one is born a good artist. We learn, practice, and improve day after day. And so do you. So, do keep on working so you have things you can look back to and see the improvement and all your hard work throughout this journey. Above all, keep a positive mind and don't give up. Giving up is when we fail, not the bad drawings. Those are lessons and ways of improving. So, keep doing your thing. I hope this video was helpful for you. Do tell me how you deal with imposter syndrome or if you've ever been through it before in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and as always, keep on drawing.